Yo guys, what is going on? It's Luki here and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys the best class setup in Warzone that you can possibly be using. Now, in my opinion, this is probably the best class at the moment in Warzone, so I do recommend you guys giving it a go. If you do enjoy this video, make sure to go ahead and subscribe to the channel and leave a like. I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to hit 20,000 subscribers and I do post every single day, so you guys do not want to miss out on any of my uploads. Make sure to turn those notifications on. But yeah. As you can see, the first attachment is going to be the monolithic suppressor. If you guys didn't know, in Warzone, the monolithic suppressor actually takes your ping off the minimap whenever you shoot, so that's actually really helpful. The next attachment was that barrel there that basically just increases the accuracy, range and the control by quite a lot, so I do recommend you guys giving that a go. The range of foregrip, 60 round mags. 60 round mags is going to be really important just because the worst thing that can possibly happen to you in Warzone is running out of bullets. It's horrible if you run out of bullets. There's nothing you can really do. You have to run around and hopefully find some, but definitely stick on 60 round mags. Lastly, the XRK Void 2 rear grip. This just basically increases the mobility by just a little bit, because when you stick all the other attachments on, the mobility does drop by a little bit. So sticking on the stipple grip tape is going to help you get some of that mobility back. Next up is going to be the HDR. Now, you can use whatever attachments you want on the HDR, but the main attachment I recommend you guys using is probably going to be the thermal scopes, and you can also just use whatever really attachments or scopes you guys want to. But at the moment, I am using thermal scope just like pretty much everyone else, but of course you can change it. Now for the perks, I recommend you guys using cold-blooded, of course, because like I said, every single person is using thermal scope, so this is probably one of the best perks you can use just so you can stay off their thermal scope. Next up, I recommend you guys using, obviously, overkill, so you can have 2 weapons. But I do want to talk about a little tip with using ghost instead. So I recommend you guys watching the video the whole way through if you can, just so you can listen to the tip I have to say about it. And then next up, you can use whatever last perk you want. The 3 I recommend is Tune Up, Amped, or Battle Hardened. Tune Up is going to allow you to revive faster, so if you're playing squads, then Tune Up is going to be really helpful. If you're playing solos, I recommend you guys using Amp so you can swap your weapons quicker. And also if you are playing solos, I recommend you guys using Battle Hardened, because in the final circle, a lot of people do usually stun you, and if you have Battle Hardened on, this is going to allow you to obviously survive their stuns by a little bit longer. Now, if you guys are probably going to click off the video now after you've seen the class setup, then you can go ahead and do that if you guys want to, but I do actually recommend you guys watching as much of this video as you can, because I do want to talk about a little tip. So the tip I have for you guys is to actually not use overkill. Now, the reason I say this is simply because every single person you kill most probably already has a sniper on their class. So instead of using overkill and wasting that perk, you can instead just wait until you kill someone and then pick up their sniper instead. Now this is going to be so helpful, because overkill doesn't actually do anything for you. In my opinion, it does not help at all. Overkill only allows you to have 2 primary weapons, but you can just get 2 primary weapons by picking a sniper up instead. So in my opinion, I definitely recommend you guys going ahead and just doing that instead, because trust me, it's going to be super helpful if you just stick on ghost instead, because as you know as well, a lot of people use the heartbeat sensor, and in the final circle especially, this is where it's going to be really annoying. If you don't have ghost on, people are just going to use the heartbeat sensor and they're going to know exactly where you are. So a big tip is to literally just use ghost instead, and then wait until you kill someone and then pick up their overkill, pick up their sniper instead, and that's going to save you from using overkill. And it's literally going to waste, like, if you use overkill, I think personally it's kind of a waste of a perk. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm talking about here. So don't use overkill, just wait until you kill someone, pick up their sniper, and then you can actually go ahead and use ghost instead. And if you do use ghost, you're going to stay off their UAV as well. A lot of the time in the final circle, people have UAVs and they do just wait for you to see you on the minimap, and then they'll see exactly where you are, and a lot of the time you do end up losing. Now in the gameplay in the background, I actually did lose this game, which is quite unlucky because I had 9 kills in this game, but I was literally, if you watch the whole entire video to the end, you will see what I mean. At the very end, it was very hard for me to win. Like, I don't think there was any chance of me ever winning this game, just because of the final circle where I was and where I was. So I was at a big disadvantage. But yeah. Now, some of the main reasons why this weapon and this class is probably going to be one of the best classes you can use is simply because the GRAU 5.56, for one, the GRAU has amazing accuracy, which is going to be really, really helpful. For two, the GRAU has really, really nice range, so you can kill people at pretty long distances. For three, the GRAU is a very, very powerful weapon, so you can destroy people's armor and you can kill people pretty quickly with this weapon if you do hit all your shots on target. Another thing I love about this weapon is the capability of having 60 round drums on it. So not many of the assault rifles have 60 round drums, and the ones that do are probably going to be the best ones for Warzone, because running out of ammo, like I said before, is going to be horrible. So if you're using, for example, the SCAR probably isn't going to be your best choice of weapon, just because it only has like 30 bullets in it as maximum. So does the Odin. The Odin is actually a very, very powerful weapon, but you're at a big disadvantage just because of the fact that it only has 30 bullets in its magazine. So you're going to be having to reload a lot, and you're probably going to run out of bullets pretty quickly. So another reason I love this weapon, and alongside of like the M4A1 as well, personally I think the GRAU is probably going to be the best weapon in Warzone at the moment. Now, I do have a video coming shortly on an MP7 video, by the way, so make sure to go ahead and subscribe with notifications on if you guys do not want to miss out on that video, because the MP7 in Warzone at the moment literally has aimbot. So if you have not used the MP7 yet, I strongly recommend you guys stay in tune with the channel, turn those notifications on, subscribe in, and I will be uploading a video shortly on that weapon. Now, back onto what I was talking about before with picking up a sniper. This sniper here, this sniper was actually a sniper that I picked up. I did not equip this sniper on my class. It was a sniper that I picked up, and this is why it's probably the best thing to do in Warzone if you guys want to get more wins. So basically, just don't use overkill because it's going to be a waste. Definitely give Ghost a go instead, and then just wait until you pick up a sniper. So literally, this sniper right here is a sniper that I didn't even put on my class. I actually picked this up from someone I killed earlier on in the game, and I kept it the whole entire way through the game. I ended up getting 9 kills. Unfortunately, like I said before, I did unfortunately end up dying, because you'll see in the gameplay in the background at the moment. So as you can see, the final circle isn't in a very good place. That guy is up there. I believe there's 2 people in that little tower. There's one on the very top, and then there's one in the middle section. And as you can see by the circle just isn't in a good position at all. There's no buildings anywhere, so there's no protection, and when I have to go, I have to cross this big open area, and you'll see later on in the gameplay that there's about 3 people shooting at me all at once, and I had no chance at all. I did try to self-revive, but unfortunately they did kill me, as you guys can see. So where I am right now, I have to jump down, I have to cross this massive road, and unfortunately I did end up dying. So that really, really does suck. But yeah, so I do recommend you guys giving this class up a go. Now, I'm just going to talk briefly about the perks real quick. So the perks I like to use are Cold-Blooded, Ghost, and also the last one is completely up to you. So Cold-Blooded is really, really good at the moment, and it's kind of, I reckon in a few weeks or so, there will be no point in using thermal scopes, because everyone is using Cold-Blooded as their first perk, and to be honest, on the first perk section, there isn't exactly another perk that I would rather use over Cold-Blooded, because, like I said before, every single person is using a thermal scope, and Cold-Blooded takes you off that, so it's definitely going to be the best option to go ahead and use a thermal scope. But yeah, Cold-Blooded, Ghost, and also the last one is going to be up to you. So there's 3 I recommend using. The first one is going to be Tune-Up. Tune-Up allows you to revive your teammates faster, and also if you do have a self-revive, it allows you to revive yourself a little bit faster as well, which is really, really helpful. The next one is going to be Battle Hardened. This is because when you're in the final circle, a lot of people do tend to stun, and it is actually pretty annoying when they do stun you, and then you end up losing the game. But yeah, So battle hardened is also very, very good. And then the last one is going to be amped, which allows you to swap your weapons a lot quicker, which is going to be pretty helpful because a lot of the time you do have to quickly swap to your sniper or swap to whatever. So yeah, I do recommend you guys going ahead and trying out those three and seeing what you guys like the best. So like I was saying before, if you guys could, give me some tips in the comment section below. What would you have done differently in this right now? So as you can see, it is basically the final circle. There is a few people left. There's currently 12 people remaining. I have 8 kills and I'm just about to get another one right here. As you guys can see, the last guy was hiding in this little corner in this hut. Honestly, I have no idea what this guy was doing, but as you guys can see, he is literally just hiding right there in that little corner if you just saw him. So I did end up killing him, but then I had no idea what to do. As you guys can see, I have to cross this massive stretch of open land. There's one person shooting me with a sniper one end, and then to my left there was another person shooting me with an M13. Just go ahead and watch right now. So there's a guy over there with a sniper, so I try and run, I try zigzag, I try to get away from him, but then I start getting shot from both angles, and there was nothing I could do. What would you have done differently in this situation? But yeah, that's been it for today's video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.